Hello, is Dave Tharave here, and I just thought I'd answer some questions concerning my moustache that a lot of people have been asking me. The first question they would ask would be, is that thing real? And I would be, yes, it is definitely real. It is firmly attached to my upper lip, and I did grow it myself. Although it would be awesome if it wasn't real and I could just sort of take it off and put it on whenever I pleased. Especially if I had a range of moustaches, I could then be like, I don't know, the moustached version of Nicki Minaj, always constantly changing different styles of moustaches. Have a handlebar one day, a horseshoe the next day, which is the one that Hulk Hogan has, or maybe a little pencil thin Frenchman stash. That'd be kind of creepy, to be honest. I'm not a fan of that one, but you know, options indeed. Next question. Well, it's never a question. People just tend to then grab it themselves and touch it, and I find that kind of strange because I mean it's just hair that's got Pritt stick in it, and it's, man, why do they want to touch it? But I don't know. I don't mind it, so might as well then. People would ask me how long did it take, and I'd say, oh well, I had a beard from about August, and then during November I got rid of it all and left the upper lip. So I'd say about 10 weeks of growth, and you should be starting to get curls. And yeah, just dedication and keep the faith that you will get that moustache, and eventually you will get there. And then, well, the most popular question is, how do you style it? And so I've already let the cat out of the bag. I use Pritt stick. It was only meant to be a temporary solution because it was the only sort of thing suitable in my house at the time, but I sort of decided, hey, it's cheap. I mean, this thing here costed 99p, and it works. Non-toxic, non-solvent as well, which is probably the most important thing, as I don't want to be walking about off my head all the time. So yeah, I would just apply a couple of licks to both sides. It doesn't take very long to style it all. I mean, people think I spend ages styling it, but I know I must just have good genes or something for it. I don't know. Sometimes it's annoying. One of them would start to pivot forward and the other one starts pivoting back, and yeah, it's weird. It's a moustache, but each side is different. So I find this side doesn't hold the glue as well as this side, but then it curls more, and yeah, so you just sort of need to try your best to get a nice even stash. It's not doing too well right now, but I'll sort it out later. And then occasionally some quite mean people would be like, oh, what does your girlfriend think about that, if you have one? And you know, I know, chicks always make passes at men with moustaches, and because it rhymes, it's true, and so that's what I say to them sometimes. Or I might say, you know, if a chick can't deal with me when I've got the stash, then she can't deal with me at all. You know, Marilyn Monroe taught me that. Another question. So I was just washing my hands there from getting glue on it and stuff. Another question I'd be asked is do you get food in it at all? And it is something that I am concerned about, so every time I am eating I just sort of, you know, make sure, but you know, savour the flavour. I mean, how often have we had a meal and we're like, man, I wish I could have that again? Well, with the stash, you sometimes can, and it's always nice. You're just sitting there working, revising, playing Team Fortress 2, and you just sort of think for a moment, and then you get a really nice flavour of aubergine or halloumi cheese or something like that, or McDonald's if you're that way inclined. Yeah, so those are sort of the popular questions I'm asked. If you have any questions yourself, just throw them at me. And then I suppose I'll just finish off with a list of people I've been described as: a magician, a bandito, a cowboy. So banditos, cowboys seem to be opposing sides, both good and bad. People have stashes. Lord Kitchener, who I I didn't know who it was, but then it turns out it's that British man being like, Britain needs you. You can check it out online. Daniel Day-Lewis's character from Gangs of New York, Bill the Butcher Man. I'm sure he's a lovely person to meet. And a World War II fighter pilot, which I quite like that myself now, because World War fighter pilots are always the best. And also Picasso. And I actually had a really lovely conversation with a person at checkout as I was flying from Manchester to Belfast, and she had just seen Midnight in Paris the day before, and we had a good laugh, and it was a very jolly experience, and I have my moustache to thank for that, so I think it's overall been a very pleasant experience having this hair on my upper lip. So have a good day, but I must dash now. I've got another joke, but I'll shave it for later. I'll stop now.